Well, we have another person, I believe, on the phone, and that particular person we had on our pledge drive, so we want to welcome him back. He was representing a book that he had written called Khadija Goes to School, a very interesting book, and it's more like a children's book written for adults. But this person, studentasim, is the one who's on the phone from Toronto, Canada right now. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Sister Zarina. How are you?
I'm doing well, and you?
Great. I'm doing well, and thank you for having me on the show.
Well, I understand that you are not so much representing the book today, but talking about another project that you're working on. Could you share that with us?
Absolutely. I'm working on a project right now that is called A Toy for You, A Toy for Your Neighbor. And this is really an idea about goodwill. And it's an idea that can actually be implemented in any community. What we're doing right now is we're using Eid, which is coming up in about just under 2 weeks, to pilot this idea. So the idea basically revolves around an occasion, and the base abstract concept is one for you, one for your neighbor. And you can make that concrete. So you could say a toy for you, a toy for your neighbor, a sweater for you, a sweater for your neighbor, a gift for you, a gift for your neighbor. Essentially what it means is you celebrate and you share. So you celebrate by rewarding the people that support you. So essentially a toy for you. And you don't give them one item, you give them 2 items. So you come and you get 2 items, very different than before. But this time, you go and take the second item and give it to your neighbor. So the idea essentially is to build goodwill and share perspectives.
Well, now these gifts or these toys, are these for children or for adults or both?
Well, that's the cool thing about this idea is that it is an abstract concept, and you can implement it as you wish. So if you want to do something for adults, you can definitely call it like a gift for you, a gift for your neighbor, so essentially it could be geared to adults. But in this case, I wanted to make, Eid special. And I wanted to, when you come to the mosque, usually you don't get like a nice gift or a gift. You might get a loot bag, and I guess it depends where you go. But, I thought it would be really, really nice that, you get something as a gift, like a toy. And what better gift than a toy? And so you get a toy, and at the same time, you get 2 toys. And the idea is, with your parents, you can go and give this toy to someone else in the community. And so really we're demonstrating this concept via Eid, but you can definitely do this in the church. You can definitely do this in a gurdwara. You can do this in any other, faith-based community, or anyone can do it for that matter. It is a not-for-profit concept that I'm sharing, and I've developed, and I want to share with other folks.
Well, let me just ask you this. Explain to our audience very briefly what Eid is and which Eid this is. This is
Eid al-Adha, which is the Eid which is most likely falling on the 26th of October, which is next week. And essentially what this Islamic occasion about is it signifies 2 things. One, it marks the end of the Hajj, which will be happening very soon. There's people have actually have left and are leaving for the annual pilgrimage in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. And the other aspect of it is that it signifies the biblical story as well as the Islamic story, and a prophet Abraham, and how he had a premonition had a dream where he would give his son Ishmael as a sacrifice to God. But what ended up happening was that because of his obedience, a lamb was sacrificed in its place. And so we do give meat in this time. And the really nice thing about this Eid is it is about celebrating and sharing. And this is what a toy for you, a toy for your neighbor, One for You, One for Your Neighbor is all about. It's celebrating where you have meat, where we give meat when we do this, and when we have meat, when we sacrifice meat, we give some to the poor, we keep some for ourselves, and we give some to our neighbors and friends. So again, that whole aspect of celebrating and sharing.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me just ask you, because we're going to wrap this up, and I do want to say thank you, studentasim, for, by the way, getting those books to us, Khadija Goes to School, and I want to ask you how or what gifts or toys are you getting, and what happens if you have, of course, everybody has more than one neighbor, and what happens if somebody gets a little upset or jealous even, and what is the let's say monetary the top of what you would spend on a toy or a gift for your neighbor?
Well, here's the thing. When I started off, I was really, really ambitious, and I still am, and I wanted to raise $10,000 in 30 days. I still believe it's possible if we reach the right people, because ultimately this is a concept that can be implemented anywhere in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to pilot it here. Right now, there's the website. You can check it out. I'll give you the link right after what I just say. But we're trying to raise money. So here in Toronto, I'm, reaching out to folks. I've done some media interviews as well. A lot of people from all faith groups have loved this idea. So essentially, we're trying to get the word out, raise money. With that money, of course, the more money, the better quality of toys.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. Please donate or contribute or share the link in any way you can.
So why don't you give us the link, and if you also have a phone number that people can reach you or your organization?
Well, we could definitely check us out online at khadijagoestoschool.com.
Okay,
so
spell Khadija.
Khadijah,
mm-hmm.
goes-to-school.com. If you Google it, you'll find it. And there, from there, you can also, right there on the homepage, you can see the campaign, and you can click on that campaign, and it'll give you the actual campaign link, which you could share. But to answer your question about the jealousy aspect of it, because of the sheer number of people that would want these toys, because it's a giveaway essentially, it's only one toy per family. So if there's 4 kids in a family, you get 4 toys plus 1. We'd love to give out more to the neighbors, but we're working with what we have right now, and but it's still a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, so khadijagoestoschool.com. Check it out there, or if you want to go directly to the campaign link, it's khadijagoestoschool.com/EID2012.
Okay. Well, studentasim, I want to say thank you for sharing that novel idea, and it's definitely something that we all need to think about to look at our neighbor, to assist our families, but also to think that this is, as you said, it's not just a Muslim thing, but something that people can do who are from Christian background, Jewish, and they have holidays that are coming up very soon also.
Absolutely. The slogan basically is goodwill is easy.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
It comes down to that.
Well, I want to say thank you, studentasim from Toronto, Canada, and I hope that people did get a chance to write down that information.